Do you play with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder?
I mean, I got to bring it. You know, I came from nowhere and just trying to make a name for myself.
Before Paul George became the four-time NBA All-Star and the face of the Indiana Pacers,
we are seeing a superstar in the making here with Paul George.
Before he got a 5-year contract extension as the designated player for the Pacers and landed endorsement deals with Gatorade, Papa John's, New Era, Bass Pro Shops, and Nike, bringing his estimated net worth to $20 million.
The thing I key on when it comes to picking my shoes is just how comfortable it is. You know, I like my shoes to be comfortable, I like it to be fit.
Before a devastating injury in 2014 was expected to have him sitting on the sidelines for an entire season, but remarkably he recovered thanks to the magical powers of porn star Lisa Ann.
Here he goes!
Here we go!
PG!
What you got?
Puts
Oh,
on
yeah!
Before he had his own signature shoe and landed the cover of NBA 2K17.
Oh!
First copy of the game.
There it is, the prized possession.
With, of course, you on the cover.
It looks good.
Paul George grew up obsessed with basketball, shooting hoops with his big sis, rooting for the LA Clippers, and idolizing Kobe Bryant. He never played in an organized league until his sophomore year in high school, and his coach quickly caught on that he's a superstar in the making. But not everyone was such a big fan. In fact, he's been underestimated his entire career. But his underdog status has only helped him to defy expectations over and over again. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Paul George prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, big shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. We've covered a bunch of basketball players on this channel, like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Stephen Curry, so you guys gotta let me know in the comments down below who you want me to document next. Also, I think I'm having a weird hair day. This thing's like glued like a helmet. Okay.
I can sit up here and try to sugarcoat it all you want me to, but you just can't replace Paul George.
Paul George was born on May 2nd, 1990 in Palmdale, California to Paul George Sr. and Paulette George. That's hilarious. He grew up in an athletic family, often shooting hoops with his sister, Teosha, who has since gone on to play basketball at Pepperdine. His other sister, Portala, played volleyball at CSU San Bernardino. And as a kid, George rooted for the LA Clippers, but idolized Kobe Bryant. Sounds like some conflicting interests.
When he was little, I'd come over, him and his dad. I mean, he'd be taking it to he'd be having them going.
Oh boy, it's hurt.
George attended Knight High School, where he played organized basketball for the first time. As a sophomore, he began the season on the JV team, but his talent was quickly noticed and he was bumped up to the varsity team. In his junior year, he was the only non-senior on the varsity starting lineup.
I took a lot of losses. Again, because I was always playing against older people.
He also played bump and run at the AAU with Jrue Holiday and Malcolm Lee. Recruiters began to take note of his skills. In his senior year, Paul led Knight High to the Golden League Championship and was named League MVP and the Antelope Valley Press Player of the Year. Not bad. But despite these accomplishments, he was underestimated by many colleges. Rivals.com ranked him 20th among California college ball prospects. Not good. Santa Clara was the first school to offer him a scholarship. He verbally committed to that school at first, but then took it back after his high school coach advised him to keep his options open. He also committed to and decommitted to Pepperdine University after seeing his sister play for them at a Midnight Madness event. Penn State and Georgia Town were also interested in him, but ultimately he chose to go to Fresno. Played for California State University, Fresno for just 2 years. In his second game, he scored 25 points against St. Mary's, and despite losing the game, made a 100 slam dunk over Mickey McConnell that earned him SportsCenter's #1 play of the day for November 18, 2008. That year, he led the Western Athletic Conference in minutes played and finished second in three-point shooting, steals, and steals per game. He started in all 34 games and finished the season averaging 14.3 points, 6.2 rebounds, 2.0 assists, and 1.7 steals per game. During his second season, Sports Illustrated named Paul George the most entertaining player in the West region. On January 21st, 2010, he sprained his right ankle and had to sit out 4 games. When he returned, he scored a career high of 30 points over the eventual WAT champion, New Mexico State. He led the Bulldogs to the quarterfinals and a season average of 16.8 points, 7.2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2.2 steals per game. He shot 42.4% with the field and 90.9% from the line, with a free throw percentage of 90.9%. the second highest in the league. He announced his eligibility for the 2010 NBA Draft on March 31st, 2010. Going into the draft, an anonymous Eastern Conference scout was quoted as saying, "In 5 years, Paul George will be the best player to come out of this draft." Nevertheless, he was underestimated once again by mock drafts, at least at first.
What do you think is one of the main reasons why you've jumped so far up these mock drafts?
I mean, I just came out here to compete. You know, not getting a chance to play, you know, these type of players in college.
Mock drafts by Draft Express, ESPN.com, and the Hoops Report predicted that he would be selected 12 overall by the Memphis Grizzlies. In fact, he was selected 10th overall by the Indiana Pacers, making him the highest NBA draft pick in Fresno State history. For the 2011 playoffs, Paul was the only rookie in the NBA to be on a team's starting lineup, aside from Landry Fields of the New York Knicks. He was also named to the 2011 All-Rookie second team. He experienced a bit of sophomore slump the following season, but after shifting from the shooting guard to small forward in his third season, he was named NBA Most Improved Player, named All-NBA third team, and selected to play in the 2013 NBA All-Star Game. In September of 2013, the Pacers extended his contract, electing him to be their designated player. His extension will be worth around $90 million over the 5-year deal. Also in 2013, Paul met the woman who would soon become his baby mama, former exotic dancer Daniela Radjic. At the time, Daniela was a Tootsie Cabaret dancer. The two hooked up, but didn't stay together. And 9 months later, Daniela would be giving birth to their daughter Olivia. A paternity case ensued over custody and child support, but the two agreed to full joint custody, and Paul offered a generous financial package to Daniela. Or as her lawyer, Rubel Felder, put it, if this was baseball, they would say he stepped up to the plate. Ha ha! Basketball rule. He plays basketball, not baseball. Anyway, before I tell you about Paul's serious 2014 injury, I want to introduce you to the best place to get tickets to his games. Seriously, we're talking about SeatGeek. Boom! This is the world's largest event ticket search engine. What they do is search all the ticket prices available on the web to find the absolute best seat at the best price. SeatGeek puts out a 1 to 100 score to let you know if you're getting a good deal or a bad one. Green means good, red means bad. Now you don't have to use SeatGeek just for basketball. You can go to concerts, you can go to theatrical events, anything that there's tickets for, they got them. And because I love all of you guys, I worked out a deal where you get $20 back when you use the promo code FAMOUS. So be sure to use that. Alright, let's talk about that injury. Ugh.
I actually have a video of the injury. Would you be willing to rewatch it again on camera for us?
Not right now.
In 2014, Paul was considered a lock for the US national team, playing at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in Spain. But while training with the US national team, he suffered a compound fracture to his right leg.
I tried to grab on the mat to help myself. I'm like, why can't I stand right now? I looked down to look at my legs, and I saw my bone.
He had a pin surgically implanted in his leg, and it was widely believed that he would miss the entire 2014 to 2015 season, maybe more.
I was thinking in my mind, I hope his career is not over.
But on April 5th, he returned to the Pacers lineup, scoring 13 points in 15 minutes and helping the Pacers to beat the Miami Heat.
Paul George's recovery from his shattered right leg has been nothing short of spectacular.
Apparently, you can thank porn star Lisa Ann for the miraculous recovery. The two had known each other for years, and apparently after his injury, she gave him counseling to help deal with the injury. No one really knows what the counseling entailed, but I think it's safe to say he got some sexual healing. At least, it's more fun to think that's what happened. The next year, he represented the Eastern Conference in the 2016 NBA All-Star Game here in Toronto, my hometown. And he was the game's lead scorer with 41 points, just 1 point shy of the All-Star Game record set by Wilt Chamberlain back in 1962. And if you weren't already jealous enough of Paul George's relationship with Lisa Ann, at some point after their therapy session had ended, he started dating his present WCW, Destiny Marie. Nice pull, Paul. Nice pull. As for the rest of the story, well, you know the story because this is before they're famous. That was awkward. My name is Michael McCrendon. We make all sorts of celebrity bios here for you on this channel. We've done more and more athletes as of recent. We want to hear from you guys who we should do next in the comments down below, so be sure to leave a suggestion. You can also get a hold of me on Twitter and Instagram. That's probably the best way, because 1.4 million is a lot of people. So yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!